Imagine taking the most mundane and ordinary motorcycle and giving it a personality transplant. That's exactly what you will see today. The proof that with a little creativity and no sweat, you can turn a common stone into a diamond. And what can I say about the Honda CB350? Not bulletproof for sure, although some say that the engine is, in terms of reliability. If I asked you what a classic vintage Capo racer looks like, you would probably say something like, it's a motorbike with bit of chrome, a dropped handlebar, and a general air of, I'm too cool for school. Well, buckle up, because you're about to see that even the most boring modern marvel can be dressed up like it just rolled out of a 1960s garage. Welcome to Racertv. If you are under 20 years old, I have to warn you, this isn't your grandpa's cafe racer. It's a modern marvel, dressed up like a time machine for your ass. And it proves that even boring motorcycles can be transformed into something truly special. Its vintage authenticity may not fool everyone. So yeah, it might be a bit of a cheat, but it's a damn good one. Especially when this thing is rolling down the road. Because your eyes will tell you that you're transported back to a time of leather jackets, rock and roll, and dodgy haircuts. And this is precisely the style the owner of this motorcycle was looking for. Although I'm not so sure about the dodgy haircut. Shawn Lin is not only the owner, but he is also the designer of this beautiful Honda, which was built by Capo Moto in Taiwan. One of the few countries where you can still get a new Honda CB350. I say still, because it is not available in Europe or the US. I wonder why. Maybe because it's a very powerful motorcycle? Obviously not. All its 21 horses were domesticated to get from location A to location B, not to tear up asphalt. Although we have to admit, you don't need a lot of power for a fun experience. But looking at this beauty, who needs horsepower when you've got style? It's like a smaller Triumph Bonneville, without the premium price tag. But how did Shawn Lin achieve this beautiful result from this Honda? Well, let me tell you. This has got to be one of the laziest transformations I've ever seen. But I mean it in a good way. Imagine someone who wins a chess game, achieving checkmate in just 2 or 3 moves. This is probably the best way to describe how this project was designed. And Shawn Lin is definitely the winner of this game. Speaking about games, professionally, he creates concept art for the gaming industry. While his work is based on edgy and futuristic designs, in this project, he probably woke up one day and said, today, I'm going to do the opposite of the usual. And so he created a vintage pawn work, as classic and elegant as it can get. And you know what? It's a bloody brilliant approach. Never thought the Honda CB350 could look so good with so many original parts. In the first seconds we see it. It looks like a classic and elegant British motorcycle from the 60s. But after a while, guess what? It still looks like a pretty damn elegant British motorcycle, but with a Honda badge And this was precisely one of Shawn Lin's goals. Although the amount of modifications is low, I can guarantee everything was meticulously well thought out. And for this, Shawn used his talent as a designer and digitized every detail of the ideas he had in mind. But to make everything come true, he called on Capo Moto. According to Shawn, they did an amazing job translating his mock-ups into reality, and you can see precisely that in this beautiful support of the vintage Rickman-style fairing. Surely a proper piece of work. And it's amazing to see how it looks so good on this Honda. The proportions are just spot on. Notice how everything is balanced. You can see this better when compared to the initial naked version. In fact, the fairing makes the bike appear longer, making it much more elegant and with a much more fluid appearance. As you have already seen, the fairing is as beautiful on the outside as it is on the inside. Somehow, it reminds me of the control panel of an old fighter jet. And I like that. Shawn had a great idea, putting this little plate to cover the holes in the top of the triple tree. An excellent solution to disguise the original handlebar clamps. Another brilliant idea was the placement of two exhausts on the same side. Yes, the engine only has one cylinder. But who cares when you got this old CB750 flavor? The rear assemblies and footrests, and the support structure, were completely customized by Capo Moto team, as were the clip-ons. And if there are footrests on the back, it means the rear cowl can be replaced with a seat. I have to clarify that there are many other small details, which as a whole, help to make this Honda look much older than it is. But I still need to tell you about the most controversial choice of the entire project. Many of you will probably say, choosing white wall tires is over the top. And if it had spoked wheels, it would be the best choice. Initially, I thought the same. But guess what? Sometimes the obvious choice isn't the right one. As you can see, white wall tires create the illusion that the wheels are bigger. Somehow, the spoked wheels with black wall tires don't look as good as I expected. Interestingly, with white wall tires, it seems to work better. But I think if the tires had thinner white walls, that would probably be the ideal solution. Anyway, I'm sure Shawn Lin will find a way, even because he proved in this fabulous project that small changes make all the difference. This Honda isn't just a motorcycle. It's a statement. A statement that says, I know what good design looks like. And personally, I think this can only be the world's most beautiful HondaH'ness. Thank you for watching Racertv. And as always, I hope to see you on the next video.